Namaskar to everyone and welcome to this session of India's biggest virtual conference on Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Bridging gaps and building future for Viksit Bharat at 2047 organized by Vedant Knowledge System Private Limited. I, Ravi Tank, have the privilege of serving you as a session chair for today. Let me share a brief introduction of myself. My professional journey spans across teaching, environmental auditing, administration, and research. I am currently the director of Center for Total Quality Management at Atmi University, Rajkot. Additionally, I am also given the charge of Director of Environmental Audit and Consultancy Cell at the same university. My experience in environmental auditing is extensively, having audited over 175 plus Schedule 1 industries since 2010. In the capacity of recognized Schedule 1 environmental auditor from Gujarat Pollution Control Board, Gandhinagar, I have dedicated over 24 years to my academic journey in the capacity of assistant professor to head of the department at various other levels too. Beyond my core expertise in industrial chemistry as well as environmental auditing, I am deeply involved in NAC assessment and accreditation process, serving as a IQAC director in Sri M.N. Virani Science College, Rajkot, achieving A++ grade in NAC Cycle 3 with the CGPA of 3.65 on 4-point scale. I have been nominated as mentor of two government colleges, Kotada Sangani and Barwala, namely by Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat, Ahmedabad. I am also a life member of the Institution of Engineers India. My research has resulted in publication in international and national journals. I have various opportunities to serve as a resource person in numerous conferences and workshops. I am excited to be the part of this important conference and look forward to engage with presentation and discussion on how collectively it works towards in achieving sustainable development goals by 2030 and building a brighter future for Viksit Bharat at 2047. Friends, let us begin. Now, before beginning, I must thank Dr. Arjun Dave and Sri Raj Soni ji for organizing such event for meaningful, contentful delivery. So I wish everyone, all the participants, best of luck for your entire learning journey. Thank you very much.
A presentation on mapping trends and opportunities in Indian higher education towards the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. This research aims to investigate the changing landscape of higher education in India and how it aligns with the goal of Viksit Bharat, means develop India, by the year 2047. This research aims to give insights into the trajectory of higher education in India and its possible contributions to the envisioned socio-economic change. This will be accomplished by examining present trends and identifying upcoming prospects. The primary areas of concentration are the establishment of educational policy, the creation of curricula, the incorporation of technology applications, research and innovation, international partnerships, and inclusive accesses. This study aims to provide policymakers, educators, and stakeholders with information on strategic paths for progressing higher education in India towards the future envisioned by conducting a complete assessment of literature, policy documents, and empirical data. Since India gained its independence, the country's higher education system has undergone substantial development and it now includes more than 42,000 colleges and more than 1,000 institutions. India boasts the world's third largest system of higher education institutions. It provides extensive instruction in nearly every field of study. If India wants to become a student-centered global education superpower, it has to upgrade its university system. Nevertheless, India must first divide its long-term objective into shorter, more manageable goals to accomplish this remarkable feat. Moreover, the 5-year plans aimed at making India a significant player in global education are outlined in this text. The Indian government has launched the National Education Policy 2020, a substantial and innovative program. However, additional work is needed to improve the accessibility, quality, and reputation of India's higher education system. An important factor in India's development and progress is higher education. It advances national advancement and provides people with the information and abilities needed to succeed in their chosen industries. Innovation, R&D, and the creation of a trained labor force capable of propelling economic growth depend on a robust higher education system. Higher education institutions also contribute to the social and cultural fabric of the nation by acting as centers for innovative thinking, intellectual discussion, and cross-cultural exchange. Furthermore, higher education is essential in reducing inequality by fostering chances for upward social mobility and closing the gap between various socio-economic groups. Investing in and reforming India's higher education system is crucial to securing a prosperous and inclusive future for the country. Rise in enrollment and demand for higher education, increasing GER, gross enrollment ratio, with more students pursuing higher education driven by government initiatives and expanding institutions. Growth for online and remote learning, digital transformation and platforms like Swayam, Coursera, and edX are making education more accessible and flexible. Emphasis on skill-based and interdisciplinary education. NEP 2020 promotes a shift from not learning to skill-driven, multidisciplinary education to enhance employability and innovation. Quality versus quantity dilemma. While India has a vast network of higher education institutions, maintaining quality across all universities remains a challenge. Many institutions face issues related to outdated curricula, faculty shortages, and inadequate industry alignment, unequal access and infrastructure gaps. Rural and economically weaker sections still struggle with access to higher education due to financial constraints, lack of digital infrastructure, and limited availability of quality institutions. Bridging this divide is crucial for inclusive growth. Weak research and innovation ecosystem. Despite having a large student base, India lacks in global research, output and patents. Limited research funding, bureaucratic hurdles, and weak industry-academia collaboration hinder the country's innovation potential. Strengthening R&D investment and fostering a culture of innovations are essential for global competitiveness. India's Vision 2047 aims to transform the country into a global knowledge powerhouse, with higher education playing a pivotal role in driving economic growth, innovation, and social progress. Key priorities include universal access and inclusion, ensuring higher education researches reaches all socio-economic sections through policy reforms and digital initiatives. Global competitiveness, strengthening universities to rank among the world's best through enhanced research funding and faculty development. Technology integration, expanding AI, blockchain, and digital learning platforms to modernize education delivery. Skill-oriented curriculum, shifting towards multidisciplinary, skill-based, and experiential learning to enhance employability and entrepreneurship. Technology-driven education, the rise of AI, virtual labs, and adaptive learning platforms is transforming education delivery, making learning more interactive, personalized, and accessible. Global collaborations and exchange programs. Partnerships with foreign universities, student exchange programs, and joint research initiatives are enhancing global exposure and academic excellence. Increased demand for digital skills and non-traditional courses. The shift towards data science, cybersecurity, finance, and substantial development courses is creating new career opportunities, aligning education with industry needs and future job makers. Achieving Vision 2047 in higher education requires a collaborative effort from key stakeholders. Each plays a crucial role in transforming India into a global knowledge leader. Government and policy makers implement progressive policies, increase education funding, and promote research and innovation through initiatives like NEP 2020 and the National Research Foundation, NRF. Educational institutions enhance curriculum with skill-based multidisciplinary learning, integrate technology-driven education, and strengthen industry-academia partnerships. Industry and corporate sector collaborate with universities for entrepreneurship, skill development programs, and R&D funding, ensuring education aligns with evolving job market needs. Students and learners actively engage in lifelong learning, digital skill development, and entrepreneurship, contributing to India's growth and global competitiveness. This study report concludes by emphasizing how crucial it is to use technology in higher education to improve instruction and include students in the learning process. It highlights how important academic staff members are to have the right guidance and assistance when integrating technology into their lesson plans. Students should also actively participate in finding digital materials and using technology to enhance their education. Higher education institutions may establish a digitally literate, friendly learning environment by tackling issues including resistance to change, equal access, and digital literacy. Overall, this study emphasizes how technology may revolutionize higher education and the necessity of ongoing efforts to accept and adjust to new technological developments. Here are some references. All India Survey on Higher Education, AISHE Report 2020, National Education Policy, Ministry of Human Science Development, Government of India, Great Learning Skills Report 2022, Future Skills for a Digital Economy 2020 report, Higher Education in India, Major Contemporary International Challenges, November 2017, The Indian Higher Education Conundrum, A Case for Digitalization, Forbes India, March 2021, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Rashtriya Uchtar Shiksha Abhiyan, means RUSA, India Skills Development 2022, half of India's central universities still fail to fill SC/ST quotas. The Indian Express, edX Live, February 2020, Ministry of External Affairs, India website. So thank you all.
Thank you very much, Ambar Pandya ji, a research scholar from Department of English, Surendranagar University, Vadhavan City, Rajkot. Here I want to put a quote from Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who recently gave this on 13 Feb 2025, that our commitment to quality education is yielding encouraging result. We will continue to support our educational institutions and provide opportunities for growth and innovation. This will help our youth greatly. As it is depicted from number of Indian institutions in QS World Rankings over the past decade, if we see, India has increased representation in the ranking by 318%, the highest growth among G20 nations. If we see in 2015, there were 11 institutions which were in QS World Ranking. Today, on 2025, it has come to 46. According to the recent data, India boasts the world's second largest higher education system with over 58,000 institutions, currently enrolling around 43.3 million students, marking a significant increase in the students' number over past years. The National Education Policy NEP 2020 aims to boost this by increasing the gross enrollment ratio, that is GER, to 50% by 2035, highlighting the growth potential of higher education opportunities in the country. Pandya ji's paper well outlines the current state and future potential of India's higher educational system in relation to Viksit Bharat 2047 vision. The key point delivered was the emphasis on the need of transformative changes, including the integration of digital technologies, policy reforms like NEP 2020, and enhanced collaboration between institution and edtech providers to achieve a student-centered and globally competitive higher education landscape. A suggestion for improvement would be to provide more tangible and measurable targets or matrices to assess the progress towards the Viksit Bharat 2047 goals. While the paper discusses various strengths and opportunities, it could be strengthened by including the specific indicators like GER improvement, research output, graduates' employability rates to provide a cleaner framework for evaluating the effectiveness of proposed strategies. Additionally, the paper could benefit from a more critical analysis of potential challenges related to implementation, such as addressing digital divides and ensuring equitable access to quality education across the diverse socio-economic backgrounds. Here, can we do more brainstorming on the point that the diverse socio-economic and regional disparities in India, what innovative and scalable strategies can be implemented to ensure equitable access to quality higher education and bridge the digital divide, thereby fostering inclusive growth and contributing to the realization of Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you very much. You have presented a very nice paper and the content was also very wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Ajay Kumar Agarwal, who is Associate Professor from Mechanical Engineering Department, JB Knowledge Park, Faridabad, Haryana, Delhi, NCR. He has given his paper on engineering solution for a sustainable future, exploring mechanical engineers' pivotal role in combating climate change and fostering sustainable development. Do we know that by 2035, it is estimated that the renewable energy projected to account for 60% of the world's energy. The future of sustainable mechanical engineering is going full throttle to design and develop renewable energy systems such as solar panels, wind turbines, hydraulic dams. Well, by now we have seen that the benefit of electronic vehicles, EVs, vehicle run by solar panels, green buildings, mechanical engineers are at the forefront of the design and development. They are developing more energy efficient system to maximize the efficiency and reduce environmental pollution. Again, think about Chandrayaan. Even though America has succeeded in landing NASA's rover on the moon, India designed and developed its rover from scratch for more fuel efficiency. The Chandrayaan 3 mission cost about $75 million, which is less than the total cost of a Hollywood movies. Even though a solution exists, there is always a room for innovation and upgradation incorporating sustainable energy. Dr. Ajay Kumar Agarwal's paper excellently signposts the crucial role of mechanical engineering in addressing the climate change and promoting the sustainability. The key point that he delivered was demonstration of how innovative mechanical engineering solutions, particularly in renewable energy, waste management, water purification, and transportation, can significantly contribute to achieve SDG 13. SDG 13 is to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact and creating a sustainable future. A suggestion for improvement would be to provide a more specific quantifiable examples of impact of mechanical engineering solution. While the paper broadly discusses various technologies, it could be strengthened by including the specific data on energy efficiency improvement, reduction in greenhouse gases, cost effectiveness, innovative possible implemented solution. Additionally, incorporating a discussion on economic and social implications of these technologies such as job creation or access to clean energy in developing regions would provide a more holistic perspective. Let me ask a question to ponder upon that even though there is a rapid advancement in the technology and urgent need of sustainable solutions are already there, what innovative and scalable mechanical engineering strategies can be implemented to accelerate the transition to a circular economy and ensures equitable access to sustainable technologies, particularly in resource constraint and in developing regions? Thank you very much. Ajay Kumar ji, you have delivered a very wonderful paper with lot of data and lot of insight, and it has really proven that mechanical engineers are again the talk of the town, buzzword for every solution, every problem. They are having solution to every problem. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Namrata Dube, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics in SM Shetty College of Science, Commerce and Management Studies. First of all, I'm thankful to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to present my research paper in this multidisciplinary international conference on Sustainable Development Goals 2030, Bridging Gaps, Building Futures for Viksit Bharat 2047. My research topic is application of AHP in evaluating college selection criteria among undergraduate students in Mumbai. To start with, we know the growing number of educational institutions in Mumbai has made it more difficult for the students to choose the right college. With so many options available, students face a complex selection process which involves various factors. Here I have applied AHP method. AHP is analytic hierarchy process which I have applied to analyze all these criteria, and we have ranked the criteria as per the calculation so that it will be helpful for the students to choose the best college as per their requirement. In AHP, there are different steps which we apply. So in this step, we can see first we define the problem and then we we identify the preferences of the decision makers. On the basis of the preferences of the decision makers, we define the criteria. Then we determine the standardized importance ratings of elements within the hierarchy, and then evaluating the overall consistency of the matrix. At the last, we develop a framework for the final ranking of the options. Here we have the hierarchical structure, which is which has the topmost goal is selection of most suitable college for the undergraduate students. For this, the second level is the criteria. Here in my study, I have taken 4 criteria, that is college reputation, facilities and placement, easy transportation, and fee structure. At the last level, college names are there. That means on the basis of these criteria, the student can choose the best college for them. For this, there is 1 to 9 scale which is defined in AHP. 1 is for equal importance and 9 is for extremely important compared to other. With the help of this, I have selected 60 respondents and collected the data from the 60 respondents, and I have converted quality data into quantified data by using these 1 to 9 scale. Now here, if we can see in this table, college reputation, facilities and placements, is easy transportation, fee structure, they are given in the rows as well as column for pairwise comparison. If we see the values in the diagonals, each value is given 1. It means each criteria has equal importance on its own. Here we can check college reputation and facilities and placement. If we are comparing college reputation with facilities and placement, the value is given here 4. It means facilities and placement is assigned value X, then college reputation is value 4x. It means college reputation is more important than facilities and placement, but it is not strongly important. That is why it has value 4. This way, all the criteria are compared and the values are given in this cell. Now, if we see facilities and placement compared with college reputation, as college reputation compared with facilities and placement, the value is given 4. That means the first facilities and placement compared with college reputation will have reciprocal value. That is 1 by 4. This way, all the values are assigned here. The second table is the decimal form of this fractional form. Now, in this second table, last row is the total of each column. Now, here in this normalized pairwise matrix, it is a matrix obtained by dividing each cell by its column sum. And the last column we can see, it is the criteria weight, which is the average of each row. Now, in the next, calculation of consistency is there, where criteria weight is taken at the topmost row so that each cell will be multiplied by this criteria weight. Now the next, we have taken weight sum at the last column. Weight sum is the total weight of each row. And then we have used this weight sum, then criteria weight, and then we have calculated the ratio. After that, we calculate maximum value of lambda. And this maximum value of lambda is total ratio divided by the number of criteria. Here the number of criteria are 4. That is why it is divided by 4. After that, we calculate the consistency index, which has formula lambda maximum minus n upon n minus 1, where n is the number of compared factors. What factors we have taken here? College reputation, facilities and placement, easy transportation, and fee structure. So after calculation, CI is 0.0244. Now we calculate CR, consistency ratio. This consistency ratio formula is consistency index divided by random consistency index. Random consistency index is defined as in the standard table defined by AHP. It is there in the bottom. You can see for the number of criteria, for the number of factors, the standard value of RI is given. In my study, I had taken 4 criteria. That's why the random index will be 0.90. That is why it is divided by 0.9. So the answer calculated consistency ratio is 0.0271. The standard consistency ratio in AHP is 0.1. It means the calculated value of consistency ratio should always be less than consistency ratio, which is standard value 0.1. If in case my calculated value is more than this 0.1, then I have to recheck the respondent's value. So here my consistency ratio is less than 0.1. It means this ratio is acceptable. Now we can see the final table where criteria weight is given, and if we see the criteria weight, we can see the highest value is assigned to college reputation. It means in my study, the finding is that the highest rank is given to college reputation. It means college reputation is most important criterion in the analysis. If the college is most reputed, then the college will have good tie-up with the industries, good tie-up with all. College will have all the qualities, all the facilities college will have. So it will be worth to spend more fees. If the college reputation is good, they will always provide high quality academic background to the students. Thus, we can say analytic hierarchy process, the method which I have used in my study, is very important, and it gives a structured idea, structured method, systematic method for the students to analyze each factor, to compare each factor with the other factor, and it helps the students to get the better result. And if I relate my research paper with this conference theme, which is Sustainable Development Goal for Viksit Bharat 2047, it is absolutely uh, matching with this multidisciplinary conference. The subject of this conference, as if we study, if we apply AHP method for the students goal selection, for the students college selection, then if the students clearly know what they required, and on the basis of that, if they select the college, they may minimize the inequality in the higher education, in the access to the higher education. Also, if they know the market requirement, then this may contribute to the sustained economic growth. Thus, this AHP method is very helpful in all such type of analysis. So now I'm thankful. Thank you very much.
You have delivered an excellent paper, Dr. Namrata Dube ji. She is an assistant professor, Department of Mathematics and Statistics from S.M. Shetty College of Science, Commerce and Management Studies, Hiranandani, Powai, Mumbai. She has delivered insight or research paper on applications of AHP in evaluating college selection criteria among undergraduate students in Mumbai. Selection of a college is again very important, not only in Mumbai but in every part of the world. Just to quote an example of a study conducted by United States Department of Education, that is NSES, of the 98% of the students that declared a bachelor's degree major in 2011-12, 33% changed their major by 2014 during their third year study. Moreover, approximately 35% of the college students who declared their major to be STEM program and 29% students who declared their major to be STEM related eventually changed their major after 2 years of study. Currently, so there is going to be a shift or change, or there are so many selection criteria are there. So currently, there has been increasing interest in the application of analytic hierarchy process, that is AHP, which is the talk of this particular paper in educational sector. The contribution of tertiary education to the nation's agenda has significantly evolved and increased. The growing influence of tertiary education means that it will not only improve the quality of person but also contribute to formation of nations competent and competitive human capital. Indeed, in some countries, tertiary education functions as a commodity that act as an instrument for GDP and economic growth. Dr. Namrata Dube's paper excellently reveals the use of analytical hierarchical process, AHP, to structure and analyze the complex decision-making process of the college selection. The key point she delivered was identification and prioritization of key factors influencing the student's choice, with college reputation emerging as the most significant criteria, followed by facilities, transportation and fees. An idea for upgrading would be to expand the demographic scope of the study and to incorporate more detailed analysis of the consistency of individual students' presence. While the study effectively applies AHP, it could be strengthened by including the larger and more diverse sample size to enhance the generalizability of the findings. Additionally, a deeper analysis of variation in preferences across different demographic groups such as gender, socio-economic background and academic discipline would provide a valuable insight. To keep a thinking cap on, let us discuss the point that with the evolving landscape of higher education and the increasing emphasis on personalized learning, how can AHP methodology be further adapted or integrated with other decision-making tools to better capture the dynamic and individualistic preference of undergraduate students in college selection, particularly in context to the emerging educational trends and technology. Dr. Namrata, you have again taken a very interesting point for your research, which is again a headache for so many parents as well as students when they are going to pursue their higher degree. You have presented a very nice paper. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Renisha from Francis Xavier Engineering College. Today, I'm excited to share my research addressing two critical global challenges: sustainable construction and effective waste management. My study focuses on reactive powder concrete shortly called RPC, incorporating industrial byproducts and construction waste. This research aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals, aiming to build a resilient and resource efficient Viksit Bharat by 2047. Moving on to introduction. Reactive powder concrete is known for its ultra high strength and durability, primarily achieved by replacing the coarser materials with fine to ultra fine particles. Conventionally, reactive powder concrete is composed of materials like cement, silica fume, and quartz sand. However, my study explores the substitution of these materials with eco-friendly alternatives like coal bottom ash, an industrial byproduct obtained from thermal power plant, and recycled fine aggregates collected from construction and demolition waste. These materials are not only cost effective, but also addresses the pressing issues of waste disposal and thereby promoting the circular economy. Now that we understand the materials used, the next step is to see how they were incorporated into the RPC mix. Let's look at the objectives and methodology behind the study. The primary goal of this study is to evaluate the strength and durability of modified reactive powder concrete while optimizing the use of waste materials. The cement is partially replaced with alkofine, a supplementary cementitious material, and quartz sand was replaced with varying percentages of both coal bottom ash and recycled fine aggregate. The experimental investigations were conducted to assess the mechanical properties like impact strength, bond strength, and flexural behavior, as well as durability characteristics like carbonation resistance and porosity. With the methodology covered, it's time to discuss the key findings of this research. The results were promising. Optimal performance was found to be at 10% substitution of both coal bottom ash and recycled fine aggregates, where the modified RPC outperformed the conventional RPC, both in terms of strength and durability. And impact strength was enhanced due to the dense matrix and inclusion of microsteel fibers. Regarding the flexural behavior, the modified RPC beams demonstrated better ductility and endurance under fatigue loads. And carbonation resistance was comparable with the conventional RPC, ensuring long-term durability. And finally, the porosity got increased slightly at higher substitutions, but remained within the limits, especially for structural applications. These findings confirm the viability of integrating these waste materials into high-performance concrete, contributing to both the sustainable construction and effective waste management. In conclusion, this study demonstrates how modified reactive powder concrete can revolutionize a sustainable construction practices by reducing its dependency on natural resources and also tackling the waste management challenges. By adopting such innovations, we can align with the sustainable development goals and contribute to achieve a greener, stronger, and self-reliant Bharat by 2047. Thank you for your attention. I welcome any questions and discussions on this topic.
Well, it is rightly said, Dr. Renisha, Assistant Professor from Francis Xavier Engineering College, Tirunelveli, same from Dr. Shweta, assistant professor from the same institute, and Sanket Varan, and who is also assistant professor from PSR Engineering College. They have delivered the research paper on performance and evaluation of modified reactive powder concrete blended with waste fines, advancing sustainable construction and waste management. In recent years, the dynamic landscape of science and technology has fueled an unprecedented surge in high-rise construction project. While these developments signifies progress, they also underscores a pressing concern: the escalating depletion of precious natural resources and over-reliance on concrete. The construction boom has led to an alarming increase in the demand of cement production, resulting in a significant rise in carbon dioxide emission. Over the years, industrial byproducts such as fly ash, slag, silica fumes, ceramic waste, nanomaterials, waste fines have gained a widespread acceptance in the concrete industry. The byproduct are employed to enhance cement hydration property, fortifying the strength and reducing the reliance on traditional cement. The production of each metric ton of cement contributes a staggering 0.85 metric tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. The industrial growth, if we see, the cement industry is standing the second largest contributor to the global carbon dioxide following the steel industry. Dr. Renisha and the co-authors seamlessly shows the potential utilization of waste material like coal bottom ash CBA and recycled fine aggregates, that is RFA, in reactive powder concrete, that is RPC. The key point delivered was a successful modification of RPC, achieving enhanced mechanical properties and durability while promoting the circular economy and sustainability in construction practices. A proposal for enhancement in this research paper could be a detailed cost benefit analysis of using the waste material in RPC. While the paper already includes the technical feasibility and performance benefit, it could be strengthened by providing the economic insight, such as comparing the cost of modified RPC with the conventional RPC and quantifying the environmental benefits in terms of waste reduction and resource conservation. Additionally, a more in-depth analysis of long-term durability and environmental impact of the modified RPC would be valuable, very much valuable. Not only valuable but very much valuable. Give a critical thought about this also, that the promising result of incorporating waste material into RPC, what strategy can be implemented to scale up the production and adoption of this modified RPC into construction industry and ensuring the quality control, regulatory compliances and widespread acceptance, particularly in the diverse geographical and climate condition. Again, you have given a wonderful insight into the concrete and cement industry. Thank you very much for your paper. You have done a very nice job. Thank you very much.
Greetings and welcome to this session. I am Gautam Bondyopadhyay, a seasoned civil engineering professional with extensive experience in industry and academia. I have authored 2 civil engineering textbooks on metro rail and professional practice, law and ethics, aligned with AICTE syllabi for 4th year civil engineering students. Formerly, I served as a professor of practice and head of the Department of Civil Engineering in Omdal Group of Institution and senior vice president in the industry. Today, I will present my paper titled Bridging the Gap fog and wind-based renewable energy for farming in mountain areas, which focuses on sustainable development through innovative energy solutions. Now, abstract overview. The paper aligns with sustainable development goals, that is SDG 2030, emphasizing resource equity, energy efficiency, and community-driven designs. It reviews literature, analyzes real-world applications, identifies innovative strategies like fog harvesting and wind turbines for resources mountains areas. Key finding highlights scalable solutions and technology transfer supported by case studies from India and abroad. Now, the sustainable development I have already mentioned. This paper explores innovative approaches to sustainable development and eco-friendly features. Review existing literature, analyzing real-world applications. Now, the infrastructure and resource distribution challenges significant disparity between the urban and rural development, particularly in hilly area regions and underdeveloped areas. Focuses on hilly and underdeveloped areas should be our motto. Now, importance of this study. Now, how sustainable innovation can help bridge gaps and introduce eco-friendly building features to achieve SDG 2030 targets. Now, India's ambitious Viksit Bharat 20407 goal deeply relies on the nation's approach to climate change and sustainability, focusing on hilly areas. Now, vital importance of the research. Why this research is so important? Vital for equitable development, offers insight into practical, scalable, and innovative approaches. This research offers insights into practical, scalable, and innovative approaches to achieve our SDG targets, particularly in resource scarce regions, that is mostly in Northeast region, West Bengal, hilly areas, then Himachal. So in these areas, there is resource scarce, scarcity of resources are there. Now, this paper overview. Now, reviews literature, discussion, methodologies, present result. Now, provides reasonable recommendation, review literatures, results, interpret findings, and offers an actionable recommendation. Now, here actually for fog and mist, utilizing this fog and mist in hilly areas, there are a lot of mist and fog in these hilly areas. So, providing the fog nets, we can capture this fog and mist and utilize, convert it to energy. Okay, so and also we can use for the this fog and mist accumulable this fog and mist for the agricultural in the hilly areas. Similarly, literature review. Literature review means resource gaps. See, we have to review the existing literature. What are the literature available? This means, previous references. So, resource gaps. Studies highlight disparities in energy access, water availability, and infrastructure quality. There are resource gaps in hilly areas. Innovative materials. We have to use the innovative materials like bamboo, fly ash, recycled materials, and even ferro cement also we can use. These are coming as emerging sustainable options. Now renewable energy, we are using wind, fog, mist, and solar power are critical for sustainable energy solution. That's why our paper emphasizes on wind and fog mist. Now global studies on fog harvesting. So this is now existing literature review on fog and mist harvesting. Now this in desert area, chargeable scale fog harvesting feasibility. In many areas, vertical fog nets in high altitude areas for small scale farming and irrigation. Indian studies on fog and mist utilization. Himalayan regions in 2018, fog nets are terraced for terraced farming, and also Western Ghats fog harvesting for horticulture. Now, fog harvesting for micro irrigation. Then this Himachal Pradesh already we are using this objects are emphasized on this fog harvesting for micro irrigation. Even mist irrigation for enhancing crop yields. This also mist irrigation enhance the crop yields. Implementation in northeastern states and associated benefits. Hybrid fog mist systems. Case studies in Darjeeling in West Bengal combining fog harvesting, mist irrigation, and rainwater harvesting. These all also, all comes under renewable energy and sustainable development goals. Now, what are the challenges identified in India context? Before this, let me explain certain things. Now, for fog mist, we are using the fog nets and we are collecting the fog and mist, and that we are using for the agricultural and cultivation purpose. And for wind, between the hills there are valley. So between the hill, if we connect that hill with a footbridge, that will be even motorable. And below that motorable bridge, if we provide number of turbines which will generate using the wind the power, so that will convert to energy and electricity, which can be again used for this local area power and agriculture also. Now, challenges identified in Indian context: environmental variability and wear and tear challenges, technical limited availability of durable materials and integration complexities, community driven barriers, resistance to new technology, and maintenance challenges. Now, proposed research innovation. We are proposing improved fognet materials. We have to use the improved fognet material. So testing nanotechnology based coatings we have to use, otherwise that will be durable. Now, portable fog harvesting units, lightweight foldable units for small scale farmers. These also will be usable in the hilly areas. Now, digital integration, IoT enabled sensors for real time monitoring. This also will be our proposed research coming under proposed research innovation. Integration with renewable energy, that means solar powered pumps for transporting, harvesting fog water for the cultivation. Now, gaps in literature, actually lack of emphasis on integrating renewable energy with traditional building methods. Justification of this current study. Now, bridging identified gaps. This bridges identified gaps by proposing hybrid solution combining renewable energy and sustainable materials with inclusive planning. Now, methodology. Now, mixed method study, that is research design. We have to research on this mixed method study combining. We are proposing quantitative data from real world implications and the quantitative and qualitative interviews with the stakeholders. Now, data collection methods, how we'll collect the data? That is case studies, surveys, and expert interviews. Case studies from India and international projects, surveys from rural and urban communities to gauge needs and challenges, and expert interviews to validate proposed solutions. Now, statistical and thematic analysis. Statistical analysis on to evaluate energy efficiency and cost effectiveness of this project. Thematic analysis to understand stakeholder priorities. Now, findings. Now, this fog harvesting system, actually, in our institute, when I was involved with the institute, prototype this experiment for fog harvesting we did. So, fog harvesting system, that time we have analyzed the captured and average 2000 liters per square meter annually. Now, wind turbines, as I mentioned, wind turbines in hilly areas generated 30% more energy due to Venturi effect. Now, sustainable materials. Also, if we use reduce construction cost by 20%, enhancing accessibility. Now, discussion. Now, fog harvesting proven effective for irrigation and water cultivation in hilly regions. Wind turbines, reliable energy resource complementing solar power. Sustainable materials demonstrated scalability and economic feasibility. Now, comparison with the previous research, actually localized solution for Indian context, we have to think about findings aligned with the global studies on resource optimization and provide localized solution. Now, implications, renewable energy incentives we are proposing, advocates integrating fog harvesting in water source scarce regions, that means in hill area. What are the limitations? There are challenges of long-term sustainability of material. That's why we have to focus on the more sustainable material, that is fog net and wind turbine blades and other things. And what are the suggestions for the future research? Actually, we should integrate fog, wind, and solar technologies so that we can explore. We have to explore policy framework supporting this sustainable construction. Now, conclusion is we have to think of innovative solution, viability for fog harvesting, wind turbines, and sustainable materials, provides actionable insights for policymakers, engineers, and communities. Actually, during one exhibition where we have this fog mist, this prototype demonstration we gave, some of the people from this Darjeeling hill area asked us about this and about the cost and other things. But ultimately, we have not got any financial, so that hasn't been actually come to existence. Now, this actionable insights provide guidance for policymakers, engineers, and communities. Now, incorporate in irrigation schemes. Actually, we should practical applications, incorporate fog harvesting in irrigation schemes, use wind turbines for decentralized energy systems, promote policies for sustainable materials in construction. Like in building nowadays, we are using solar chimney. So solar chimney means, we are using for ventilation purpose, we are making a funnel type, we are allowing the wind to enter the building and going out through that, the lift like thing. So that is actually heating also done and ventilation also done in the modern building technology. Then we should use the smart building lights and all these things we should use so that we'll be able to go for more sustainable goal. So local communities and institutional support is required. We have no conflict of interest, and there are references as mentioned in my paper. So thank you.
Dr. Gautam Bondyopadhyay ji, who is former professor of practice from Om Dayal Group of Institution, Uluberia, Kolkata, and Mosmi Mannaji, who is a practicing civil engineer from the same institute, that is Om Dayal Group of Institution, Uluberia, Kolkata. Now they have given their research paper on bridging the gap, fog and wind-based renewable energy for farming in mountain regions. Just now the winters are over, so we have all experienced the foggy nature. Now they have presented their paper on this fog as well as the renewable energy availability for mountain region. As per the Public Information Bureau, Press Information Bureau report, India accelerates its transition towards sustainable future. Its renewable energy sector has witnessed an unprecedented growth. In 2024, the country made a significant stride in solar and wind energy installation, policy advancement, and infrastructural improvements, setting the stage for ambitious target in 2025, with the commitment to achieve 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuels-based energy capacity in 2030. India is emerging as a global leader in clean energy. As on 20th Jan 2025, India's total non-fossil based energy capacity has reached 217.62 gigawatts. The year 2024 saw a record-breaking 24.5 gigawatts of solar capacity and 3.4 gigawatts of wind capacity added, reflecting a more than two-fold increase in the solar installation and 21% rise in the wind installation compared to 2023. India added 3.4 gigawatt of new wind capacity in 2024, with Gujarat 1250 megawatt, Karnataka 1135 megawatt, and Tamil Nadu with 980 megawatt leading the way. These three states accounted for 98% of the new wind capacity addition, highlighting the continued dominance in the wind power generation. Fog collection data from the research paper that they have presented, a collecting surface, it is also very interesting, a collecting surface of 48 meters square, and typical water production rates are 150 to 750 liters per day, depending on the site, with zero pollution. In pilot project in Himachal Pradesh, which was installed in 2022, 1000 meter cube of fognet system captured 8000 liters daily water, irrigating 1 hectare of the farmland, and surprisingly the crop yield also improved by 15 to 20%. Dr. Bondyopadhyay and Manna's paper effectively explores the potential of integrating fog, harvesting and wind energy to enhance sustainability farming practices in mountainous region. The key point delivered was demonstration of how the renewable energy solutions can be addressed resource scarcity and contribute to achieving SDG, particularly in the context of India Viksit Bharat 2047 vision. A suggestion for improvement would be to provide a more detailed feasibility analysis, including a comprehensive assessment of economic viability and environmental impact of the proposed technology. While the paper highlights, it has already included the benefits and could be strengthened by incorporating the specific data on long-term operational cost, maintenance requirements, and ecological footprints of implementing these systems. Additionally, a clear discussion on the socio-economic implications such as job creation and community empowerment would enhance the paper's impact. Definitely it will be reflected in a high impact journal. Let me put a point to ponder here, that considering this diverse geographical socio-economic landscape of mountainous region, what innovative strategies can be implemented to ensure a widespread adoption and long-term sustainability of fog and wind-based renewable energy system, while also fostering the community ownership and equitable access to the technologies. Again, thank you very much for delivering a very data-oriented, contentful and very interesting topic over here. Thank you very much, Bondyopadhyay ji.
The conference is Sustainable Development Goals 2030 Bridging Gaps, Bridging Features for Viksit Bharat 2047, conducted by Vedant Knowledge Systems. So I am Muhammed Anees, Assistant Professor, Government College of Engineering, Kannur, Kerala, India. So my topic is From Local Winds to Global Goals, the role of wind speed forecasting in achieving renewable energy sustainability in Kerala. So you know, renewable energy, especially wind, is vital for a sustainable future, reducing reliance on fossil fuels. Wind speed forecasting is crucial for maximizing wind energy generation and integration into the grid. Kerala's unique topography and geography and monsoon-driven winds require accurate wind speed for prediction for effective energy management. So my motivation is wind energy in Kerala remains largely underutilized due to the region's highly variable and unpredictable nature and key to the enhancing the integration of wind energy into the Kerala's energy grid. By improving the wind energy forecasting, Kerala can contribute significantly to global renewable energy goals. So you know, these are the challenges in wind speed forecasting: data availability and quality. So that is a lack of sufficient meteorological stations in Kerala. So data shortages also is another one. Challenges with wind data collection and integration, and expensive infrastructure, high cost of meteorological stations. The solution is the data availability and quality is the need for data exchange platform and investment in robust data systems. So next one is geographic and climatic variability, the complexity introduced by Kerala topography and monsoonal patterns. So monsoons influence seasonal and diurnal variations. The solution is tailored forecasting models that can account for regional terrain and seasonal fluctuations. So third challenge is integration with energy systems, that is wind energy forecasting importance for grid stability and energy systems integration. So real-time data analytics helps in predicting energy generation and stabilizing smart grids. So wind speed forecasting insights and applications in Kerala. So accurate wind forecasts are crucial for Kerala's energy diversification, enabling better integration of renewable sources and reducing dependency on traditional power generation. The monsoon season brings significant fluctuations in wind speed and direction, making precise forecasting vital for anticipating these changes and managing energy production effectively. So these are the policy and community engagement, policy support, government initiatives for wind energy investments, and public-private collaboration aimed at creating smart networks and wind farms. So community involvement, local knowledge and job creation as the key drivers for wind energy sources. So these are the future directions for this work, that is emerging technologies, IoT sensors, quantum computing, and their impact on wind forecasting. So use of explainable AI is for better decision making and model transparency. So open source collaboration is also a future direction, that is sharing knowledge and resources to improve forecasting. So explainable AI means black box model, that is challenges with the non-transparent models, and the benefits for explainable AI provides insight into the prediction logic and making them system more trustworthy. So already used wind machine learning algorithms are random forest, XGBoost, and LMSTM for forecasting hybrid models, and the use of performance metrics are RMSE, MAE, and R-square values. So these are the policy recommendation: investment in data infrastructure, building more meteorological stations, and data sharing platforms. These are the conclusions. Key finding is that accurate wind speed forecasting is essential for Kerala's energy goals, and the use of this machine learning, explainable AI, IoT, and quantum computing will drive improvements. So collaboration with among stakeholders is necessary for success. So many references are there. I used 24 references. That is, references are there. So thank you very much for. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, VV Muhammed Anees V, Assistant Professor from Government College of Engineering, Kannur, APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, Kerala, along with KP Abdul Nazar, Associate Professor, and Sajib Ayanman Nilji, a professor from the same institute. They have presented a paper on From Local Winds to Global Goals, the role of wind speed forecasting in achieving renewable energy sustainability in Kerala. Just to put on records over here, the world's largest windmill is placed in China, presently with the capacity of 6,000 megawatts. The total wind power production in the world is 534.5 terawatt hour, TWH. A terawatt hour is a unit of energy that is equal to 10 raised to power 12 watt hours. Wind power installation in India has reached approximately 45.88 gigawatts in the financial year 2023-24, which was only 2.07 gigawatt in the financial year 2019-20. So there is a substantial increase in the production. Renewable energy use increased by 3% in 2020 as the demand for all other fuels declined. The primary driver was an almost 7% growth in electricity generation from renewable sources. Bioenergy use in industry grew by 3% but was largely offset by a decline of biofuels as a lower oil demand also reduced the use of blended biofuels. Anees and the co-authors paper has clearly mentioned the critical role of accurate wind forecasting, speed forecasting in enhancing the renewable energy sustainability, particularly in Kerala's unique climate geographical context. The key point delivered was emphasis on leveraging advanced forecasting methodologies including machine learning, IoT, and explainable AI, artificial intelligence, to address the challenges of integrating the wind energy into Kerala's energy grid and achieving a renewable energy goals. A suggestion for improvement would be to provide a more detailed comparative analysis of the performance of different forecasting models, specifically in Kerala's environment, along with the study of Rosewind diagram would again magnify the impact and outcome of this paper. While this paper has already discussed various methodologies, it could also strengthen by including the empirical data, comparing the accuracy, computational efficiency, applicability of each model like ARIMA, LSTM under the Kerala's specific condition. Additionally, a more thorough discussion on practical implementation of challenges and potential mitigation strategies for deployment these advanced technologies into real world scenario would be beneficial. As I mentioned, that wind-rose diagram will also be helpful to you. Logically, if we discuss, let's see if inherent variability of wind patterns and the complex interplay of meteorological factors in Kerala, how can develop a robust, adaptive and real-time wind speed forecasting system that not only maximizes the efficiency of wind energy generation but also ensures seamless integration with the existing energy grid while simultaneously addressing the socio-economic and environmental consideration of local communities. Thank you very much for your paper. You have done a wonderful job. Thank you very much.
This topic is net NPA and profit correlation in cooperative banks, case study of Ahmedabad and Kalapur cooperative banks. This research paper explores the relation between net non-performing assets, net NPA, and the net profit in two leading cooperative banks, the Ahmedabad Mercantile Cooperative Bank Limited and the Kalapur Commercial Cooperative Bank Limited. Over a 6-year period, 2017-18 to 22-23, financial data analysis reveals an unusual trend of increasing net NPAs accompanied by rising net profits. Pearson correlation analysis was employed to quantify the strength of this relationship, yielding coefficients of 0.996 and 0.95 respectively. For the two banks, this indicates a near perfect positive correlation between the net NPA and net profit. The finding challenge in conventional banking norms where higher NPA typically erode profitability. Despite increasing asset quality concerns, these banks have managed to sustain and grow their profits. This suggests the presence of effective operational strategy, diversified income streams, and robust cost management practice. This mitigate the adverse effect of rising NPAs. However, while profitability growth reflects strong management practice, the increased NPAs highlights potential risk to long-term financial health. The paper underscores the importance of investing underlying profit drivers, enhancing credit risk management to sustain profitability while addressing asset quality issues. Recommendation includes implementing stronger net NPA mechanism, diversifying lending portfolio, and improving monitoring frameworks. This dual approach aims to ensure that profits continues to grow while simultaneously reducing NPAs, thereby enhancing the overall resilience and sustainability of the banks. This study provides valuable insights for cooperative banks navigating the complexities of profit growth and asset quality challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, Nijrup Vasani ji, a research scholar from Monarch University, Vehlal, and Dr. Kinjal Patel, Assistant Professor, Monarch University, Vehlal. They have presented their paper on net NPA and profit correlation in cooperative banks, considering the case study of Ahmedabad and Kalapur Cooperative Bank. We can see here the genesis of cooperative banks in India was inspired by the success of experiment related to the cooperative movement in the Great Britain, and the cooperative credit movement in the Germany. In India, before the nation gained independence, the Urban Cooperative Bank, that is UCB, hijacked the public confidence from the joint stock banks. The first largest urban cooperative bank of Gujarat was Kalapur Commercial Cooperative Bank, and it has emerged and earned a gross profit to the of rupees 285.91 crores, which is the highest ever in the history of the bank. The achievement of this bank after COVID constraint were impeding operation. The UCB has also once again maintained zero net NPA for 2020-21 financial year. Net non-performing asset, that is NPA, serve as a key measure of asset quality and financial stability within the banking sector. Nijrup Vasaniji's and Patel's paper presenting a compelling analysis of a typical positive correlation between net NPAs and net profit in two cooperative banks. They have delivered a key point with identification and quantification of the unusual trend, challenging conventional banking norms, and highlighting the potential for effective operational strategies and diversified income streams to mitigate the adverse effect of rising NPA. A recommendation on this paper is to delve deeper into the specific operational strategies, diversified income streams that contribute to the positive correlation. While the paper has already taken into the account the trend, it could be strengthened by providing detailed insight into the specific activities like investments or market dynamics that enables this bank to maintain profitability depending on increasing NPA. Additionally, incorporating a comparative analysis with other cooperative banks or longitudinal study of the bank risk assessment management practices would enhance this paper's robustness and integrity. Here we can also think that what would be your say on if it is observed that positive correlation between net NPA and net profit how can cooperative banks effectively balance the pursuit of profitability with the imperative and maintaining asset quality, and what specific regulatory or internal control mechanism should be implemented to ensure long-term financial stability and mitigate potential systematic risk. You have given a wonderful data. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shraddha Anawkar, and I'll be presenting on optimizing cement efficiency and cost-effective engineering solution towards the sustainability for the conference that is on sustainable development for the Viksit Bharat 2047. I would like to brief through my study in the upcoming slides. Now, as we know that India is the second largest cement producer, contributing to about 8% of the global cement production, which is, of course, the major contribution in the construction sector as well. The concept behind this research existed earlier but gained recognition after the Higginson in 1970 presented his results. Present commercial cement operates on the left limb of the Higginson's graph, whereas this research focuses on the right limb of the Higginson's graph. Now, the breakthrough of this study lies in optimizing the particle size distribution. The concept was visualized in 1970 and conceptualized in 2024. I shall now brief through the next slides. There is, of course, a need for environmental balancing with the technology to meet the increased demand and, of course, to cater the sustainability requirement, which is in agreement with the Paris Conference. Now, since we have an aim to achieve the net zero emission by 2070, our major goal is to achieve 45% reduction in the GDP emission by 2030, to reduce that global warming or to stop it at 1.5 degrees Celsius as per IPCC. We have various existing decarbonization methods, as you can see, that is by using the replacement of industrial waste or the advanced carbon dioxide reduction technologies such as post-combustion, oxy-combustion. But the author suggests the optimization of cement quantity by using particle size distribution engineering. Currently, the conventional materials have lower strength and durability aspect compared to the technology which is suggested and presented here. Over here, stimulator is being presented using jet mill technology, which has an improved strength and durability aspect, both in cement and concrete. The breakthrough of this technology is by engineering the particle size distribution. As you can see, the OPC is single peaked PST, whereas the optimum percentage which we have achieved shows a double peak arrangement. Various tests and trials were conducted on the combination of cement mixes of current OPC and the stimulator which was produced in the study. From 0 to 100% with an interval of 10%, and the S stands for stimulator, the number stands for the stimulator percentage. So the shift in peak and the double peak helps us to achieve the hydration at a finer level, which is otherwise the fine particles are dormant in OPC. The optimized PST helps to achieve the better quality, early de-shuttering due to enhanced one-day strength, achieving overall economy, which you can see in the further slides. To present the strength parameters, we have plotted this graph for existing conventional OPC, the idealistic stimulator, which can be achieved theoretically but not practically visible, and the industry affordable optimized cost and quality cement mix, that's S45. You can see that there is an increase in the strength. To show it in much better way, the one-day strength achieved by the optimum mix, that is S45, is about 80% higher as compared to OPC. That's a jump from 18 MPa of one-day strength in OPC to 32 MPa in S45, which amounts to 80% in increase in one-day strength, which definitely helps us to achieve earlier de-shuttering and speeder construction. Now, due to this increase in construction, the further study was utilized to optimize the cement requirement in concrete as well as in mortar. Now, due to this enhancement in compressive strength presented earlier, what we have is about 25% reduction in the cement requirement and cement mortar strength or mortar mixes, whereas in concrete also similar results were observed. You can see in the graph that is 23% reduction was achieved for M40 grade of concrete by using the current technology. So with increasing grade, we have a reduction in the requirement of cement, which again helps us to focus on the economy. Taking the base of detailed carbon footprint calculations, the carbon footprint step-up calculation was also followed to check how this optimization helps to achieve a reduction in CO2 emission. Well, to say there is a reduction of 24.22% due to implementation of this technology suggested due to reduction in the requirement of the cement overall in concrete as well as in the mortar. The important part for industry to adopt this study is the economy. The cost implication of the cement production is definitely on a positive side. The production definitely involves an extra grinding, but that's again offset by the one-day strength and reduction in the requirement as said earlier. So overall, we have achieved about 13.18% reduction in the cost of cement when used in concrete. The environmental efficiency is again confirmed by taking into consideration the 20 days compressive strength and global warming potential of the cement. So the optimum cement mix, that's S45, works out to be 14% efficient than the present OPC technologies, so which proves to be another environmental friendly material. To conclude the study and the presentation, the important unique findings of this study is that the efficient working is achieved by the double peak reaction, which is discovered in the study by the author. There is a reduction in the cement requirement per cubic meter of concrete by about 25%. There is reduction in the cost of cement by 13%. There is reduction in carbon dioxide emission by 24.22%, and absolutely this technology is industry compatible. The one-day strength achieved is about 80% higher than that of OPC. That's, as I said, jump from 18 MPa for OPC to 32 MPa for the technology presented here. Study is recognized by the government of Goa with an award of Government Excellence in September 2024. It's also been tested and trusted by the JK Cement Lab at their Muddapur, Karnataka plant. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity. I thank Goa College of Engineering also for helping me to conduct my experimental study in the laboratory. And I thank Vedanta Knowledge.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shraddha Anawkar ji, a research scholar from Goa College of Engineering, and Dr. K.G. Gupta ji, a professor retired from Goa College of Engineering, and presenting a paper on optimizing cement efficiency and cost effectiveness, engineering solution towards sustainability. According to the recent data, if we see, India's cement industry is actively focusing on optimizing efficiency and cost effectiveness through engineering solution, with the key fact including a growing production capacity of around 570 MTPA, that is million tons per annum, a current production capacity of 298 MTPA, and a project market size reaching 4.83 billion tons by 2028, highlighting the industrial potential for further growth while implementing the sustainable practices to reduce the environmental impact. India's cement market is currently valued at 3.64 billion ton and is expected to expand at CAGR of 4.94% till 2028. Currently, if we see, India produces around 298 MTPA of cement. Companies are actively exploring the production method and including utilization of alternative feedstock, optimizing binder chemistries, and implementing carbon capture utilization and storage, that is CCUS technologies, to reduce the carbon emission. Dr. Shraddha Anawkar ji and Dr. Gupta's paper is effectively demonstrating the potential of manipulating the cement particle size distribution, that is PSD, to enhance cement efficiency and reduce carbon footprint. The key point delivered was successful engineering of PSD leading to 25% improvement in cement efficiency and 15% reduction in CO2 emission, while maintaining the desired strength and durability. A suggestion for improvement would be to expand the study to include a broader range of concrete application and environmental conditions, while the research already you have incorporated significant improvement in the laboratory settings. It could be strengthened by providing the data on performance of optimized cement in real world construction scenario, including the diverse climate and structural application. A cement is required in Himalayas, a cement is required in Rajasthan, a cement is also required in South. So it is a variety of demographic locations are also there that you can study. Additionally, a detailed life cycle assessment, that is called LCA, of the optimized cement production process would provide a more comprehensive understanding of its environmental impact. Here, could you discuss on the promising results of PSD optimization in dropping the carbon footprints of cement? How can the cement industry and regulatory bodies collaborate and facilitate the widespread adoption of this technology while ensuring the consistent quality control and addressing the potential challenges of scaling up the production and implementing the diverse construction project? Again, I congratulate both of you for delivering a very nice paper here, which is very insightful, data oriented. It has got a very high impact, but if you include my suggestion, your paper would be published in a very high impact journal. Again, congratulations to both of you for presenting this paper in this international conference. Thank you very much.
Namaste. I'm Dr. Lakshmi Hijam, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding, Uttar Banga Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Pundiwari, Kuch Bihar, West Bengal. In connection with the Viksit Bharat 2047 organized by Vedant Knowledge System Private Limited, it gives me immense pleasure and a sense of privilege to present on the topic Developing India and Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, the great son of our country, India, the modern seer, envisaged a dynamic, vibrant, holistic, and a glorious future of our country. Swamiji's vision, teachings, and personality have different dimensions, both at the individual level as well as at the national level. Swami Vivekananda is mainly known as a spiritual leader, but the main concern of Swami Vivekananda all through his life has been the economic prosperity of India. He essentially tried to build a bridge between the age-old Indian moral and ethical approaches to life and the modern economic needs of India. A disciple of the mystic Sri Ramakrishna, who used to emphasize on service to people as a true service to God, Swami Vivekananda gave the call to elevate the masses without injuring their religion and stressed on the fact that the fate of a nation depends upon the condition of masses. He used to say, first, make the people of the country stand on their feet by rousing their inner power. First, let them learn to have good food and clothes and plenty of enjoyment, and then tell them to be free from the bondage of enjoyment. As we Indians continue to celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which is an initiative of the Government of India to commemorate 75 years of progressive India, and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievement, at the same time also calls for a strong awakening among the common people to make our country technologically advanced, environmentally conscious, and socially progressive by 2047. Our vision for India 2047 is one of prosperity and progress, with a strong emphasis on sustainability and social responsibility. By prioritizing education, innovation, and international cooperation, India has the potential to become a beacon of hope and motivation for the world. Our motherland, India, is a country with varied and rich cultural heritage. Numerous great educationists came with their individual ideas and philosophy, but among all, Swami Vivekananda was the most influential, renowned philosopher, educationist, scholar, and writer, and one of the greatest Hindu monks that India has ever seen. He was not only a spiritual leader that India always boasts of, but also a great freedom fighter which one can only understand only if they know and study him deeply. Till today, not only we Indian, but the whole world respects and follows his principles, and it is one of our greatest responsibilities to make our next generation and henceforth all subsequent generations aware of this great personality, his teachings, his contribution to India and the world. Among the various ways which Swami Vivekananda suggested to rebuild the Indian society, education was a primary means for empowering the people. According to Swamiji, man is a compound of animality, humanity, and divinity. The aim of education should be to help him grow from the animal to the divine state through the self-effort, self-realization, and proper training. Another important aspect of Swamiji's scheme of education is women's education. Swami Vivekananda regarded women as the embodiment of Shakti, the primordial energy of the universe. Vivekananda conveyed his ideas directly to the people, especially to the youth. His message broke through the shackles of caste and creed and spoke of a language of universal brotherhood. He personified the eternal energy of the youth and their restless quest for truth. He fostered a new enthusiasm for progress among the youth so much that the whole country celebrated his birth anniversary as National Youth Day to rekindle the external message of this great patriot and son of India. A very
Wonderfully presented, Dr. Lakshmi ji. Very nice paper you have narrated, and the content was definitely very touching, as it was on Swami Vivekananda. I congratulate Dr. Lakshmi ji, Assistant Professor from Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding, West Bengal, and Dr. Hijam Rajendra Singh from Modern College, Imphal East, Manipur. Now they both have presented paper on developing India and Swami Vivekananda. She rightly mentioned that Swami Vivekananda, the 19th century Hindu monk, is considered to be the one of the most influential person in modern India as well as Hinduism. The teaching of Swami Vivekananda can guide everyone in all phases of life. The key point highlighted by her was that Swami Vivekananda's multifaceted vision for India, emphasizing education, particularly for women, and importance of bridging traditional values with modern and economic needs. She has effectively connected the teaching to the contemporary challenges and ongoing Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. If Dr. Lakshmi ji and the co-researcher could further explore the practical application of Vivekananda's ideas in specific modern context in incorporating data and examples, citing the current female literacy rate, which is approximately 64.4% by the census conducted in 2011, and comparing it with the desired outcome could highlight the ongoing need for initiative aligned with Swami Vivekananda's vision. While your paper mentioned various areas like agriculture and industrialization, investigating it into the concrete examples of how this principle can be implemented in the current developmental projects or educational reforms like it has been done in NEP 2020. It would strengthen your research. This would move beyond the general principles and offer tangible evidences to relevance and potential impact of Swami Vivekananda's ideas in 21st century. I congratulate both of you. You have done marvelous job. Keep going. Thank you very much.